Okay, so I really don't know when else I'm going to get to film this. It's been such a busy day. I've been up since, well, only 9:30, but I've been working from 9:30. I literally woke up to a work phone call. So I'm a bit tired, but I'm not going to get any other opportunity to film this, and I've only got just over 20 minutes until the Apple event, and I need to watch that because I'm an absolute geek. I don't actually know when I'll be able to edit this though, either. I think Wednesday. I think you'll be watching this by Wednesday, in which case you know what happened at the Apple event and I don't. Wow. That's wibbly wobbly timey-wimey. Well, obviously I do when you're watching this because anyway, leave me a comment if you're an Apple geek too. Cool. The other thing that's happening on Wednesday is I've got more Lego Harry Potter arriving, I believe, so be prepared to see some transformations around here. Oh, I'm excited. I'm just a very excited person at the moment. Anyway, let's crack on with it. Let me just stick this back on. So that happened. That happened. We did a panel. We did the first ever panel on Autism Online. I'm not doing the whole, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Let's just say it was. We made history. And by we, I don't just mean me, Kevin, Holly and Dan. I mean we, as a community. We got to this point. Wow. Yes, it's absolutely beyond words that I can open this book and find my name somewhere. There we go, found my name in the book. Oh. You see all of our names. It's amazing because, of course, I've been attending Comic-Con for years. So to then be on this side of it all was incredible as a personal achievement. And I've done panels before. I've not done any panels in mainstream stuff. They've always been at like private autism events. So for me personally, it was a massive achievement. And just to give you a bit of context to what was going on the day, I'm hoping people have watched the panel to understand this. But if you see the panel, I look like I'm living life. And I absolutely was during the panel. However, I have days where I wake up in the morning and I'm getting better at knowing myself. Today is a day where you should not leave your bedroom. That's how I felt on Sunday morning, which of course was not a good thing. So I did something which I don't advise anyone to do, is to neck a bottle, like half a bottle of Rescue Remedy. I don't think you meant to do that. But anyway, that gave me a boost to get me down to London, and then I started flagging when I got there at Comic-Con already. I was really struggling with all the colours, all the sounds, all the... It was nice as soon as I got to see people there because, you know, catch up and that, but I was half dead. I did actually really struggle getting back to, I couldn't get on the tube by myself, so thank you to my friend Heidi. I did have to wait around till the end of Comic-Con, but Heidi came on the tubes with me and I got back safely. I was fine as soon as I got on the train back to Nottingham. But yeah, this panel, because I have wanted something like this for so long, and I need to get this out. Whenever I say I want it, I don't want it for myself. Well, I do a little bit obviously, but I want it for us. We need our voices to be heard. You know, it's 2019. Enough of everything else, enough of being ignored. So I'd actually had like a load of discussion points pre-planned for years anyway. So Kevin and I adapted that into a structure to work for the panel. We kind of decided that we were co-moderating, but we were just gonna go with it because there were some things that wouldn't have been appropriate for Kevin to ask as a neurotypical person. So yeah, it all kind of worked. I very much enjoyed the flow of it. You'll notice I was a bit shaky at the beginning. Normally I'm not with talks and stuff. However, we had two massive bright lights at the side of us, and we asked if they could be turned down, but there wasn't an option, so just had to go through with it. And as soon as I started speaking, everything literally went, huh. I reckon if you watch that video close enough, you can see the moment where my brain goes, huh. We'd had enough time to get used to it, but it was just the whole looking at lights and speaking at the same time clearly was a bit too much. However, soldiered through that. A few minutes later, I'd given my speech of how amazing it is for that to have happened. We've fought so long for it as a community. I can't explain. I feel the panel went extremely well from my perspective anyway, and from what I have heard on social media afterwards and what people have been commenting on the YouTube videos. I hope we made it what it needed to be for everyone else who wanted that panel to happen, because we've all been after it. You've all been helping so much on social media in the past. Like whenever we've gone, oh, tweet such event, you have done. I'm not going to lie, this one did come together as a bit of a last minute thing. It wasn't some massive plan to happen, but the stars aligned and we've got Kevin to thank for that. I said that on the panel, but without Kevin having the relationship he did with MCM, that wouldn't have happened. So go and direct some thanks to Kevin. Go. This is the thing, the panel itself, I know that within the autism community, if that panel had happened at any autism event, I would have been one of the first choices to be on it. I'm aware of that. You know, I'm extremely grateful for the fact that that would be what happens. However, in the YouTube world, unfortunately, well, the way I've seen it and explained and witnessed, it tends to be about the numbers. So let's face it, I didn't have the subscriber level to be up there if you were to compare me to the other people on the panel. And I honestly thought the only way I would ever get on a panel like that is to moderate a panel, because generally you don't tend to need as many subscribers, you just need the expertise, which I hope I have. But anyway, so yeah, I had a lot of self-doubt, I think, going into it. Not in my ability, but in the fact that people weren't going to think that I should be there. So what I would like to hope is that I'm more than proved that I deserve to be up there. And every time I do something in the mainstream media, whether that's on a panel, on TV, doing a talk, whatever, whenever I'm representing not just myself but our community, I like to think that I do represent our community. There's a lot of people out there who are autistic and claim to represent us all, but they don't have everyone's best interests at heart, and ultimately, you know, my best interests are my own. However, I like to be knowledgeable of everyone else's, and that everyone else experiences condition completely differently. And I'm sounding so passionate about this all, because I am. I just want people to realise how bloody passionate I am about this. There's no other way to put it. There was nearly an F-bomb there. This panel was bigger than any of us. Like, never mind how many numbers we had, never mind what knowledge we had. This was a moment for all of our community to look at and go, this is the start of something new. If you started singing High School Musical, I'm very glad that you're watching this channel. But this is the start of a new chapter for us. Yes, a panel had been organised at VidCon for next month, which Dan's on, by the way. Go and wish Dan the best of luck for that. We've been talking a lot about it. It's going to be interesting to see how it works somewhere else. But this was the first, have to put that. And the other thing about the panel, which I don't think I can be too sure about at all, really, I think that's the most autistic representation that's ever been on a mainstream panel. Yes, obviously in the autism world we've had full panels full of autistic people. However, to have 3 of us on the spectrum, on a mainstream stage, at a mainstream event, that is something else. For an event to allow us to do that, because it's so strange. In the past, our voices have just been silenced. I'm definitely still in a Disney mood, because now I'm singing Speechless from the new Aladdin film. But it's true. It's true. Our voices haven't been seen as worthy. So the fact that we got to be those voices was just, don't get me wrong, it was absolutely incredible having Kevin there. Kevin did a great job at being a neurotypical parent. But like, for our voices to all get a chance to express like our thoughts directly from us, yeah. So let's talk about the future of it, because yeah, as I said, there's going to be a panel at VidCon, and hypothetically, if there were to be a panel at Summer in the City, and every other mainstream event, like there's Comic-Cons all up and down the country, I hope that we get to, well, I say we, as I said, it's bigger than any of us. It doesn't matter who the lineup is. I hope this conversation travels around the country, around the world, because we proved that it's popular. We proved it. 15 minutes before the panel had started, all the seats had gone, people were standing around the edges. We must have more than doubled our size with 3 weeks notice, actually only being announced officially at Comic-Con a week before. I think we did a good job. Do you know what we also proved? Going forward, this is a few years in the future, but the panels that need to exist are disability, neurodiversity and autism as a separate one, just because it fits neither in one completely or the other, and we proved it's popular enough. That's how it needs to be looked at. Our one condition did that. People care, and it's incredible. Personally though, I'm just so grateful and honoured to have been a part of the first one. I still can't get over it. And I've actually watched the panel back a few times now, just because I watch it back and go, wow, we did that. And I was a bit out of it at the time, so yeah. As I said earlier in the video, I know I've not got much chance at being at other mainstream events, being on the panels, but I hope my way in as the moderator. Okay, I've tried saying this without, with being all vague and stuff. I'm not going to be vague because I've said it enough times. My personal dream is to be able to moderate a panel, whether it's disability, neurodiversity, and autism one in general, at Summer in the City. I'd love that. I can't explain how much I'd love that. It's the culmination of worlds that I love, and I hope that on that panel I prove that I'm up to it. Like, I've spoken to two of the guys at the top, and they very much know that I'm keen to moderate, and one of them even said it's not about the numbers, so I'm hoping, I don't want to get myself too hopeful, but I'd just love to. But I don't want to do it because, yes, it would be incredible, it would be like a personal dream come true. However, I think I really want to do it because I want to be able to represent our condition fairly, and yeah, I whenever I do things publicly, I don't tend to get much controversy, so I'm hoping that means that I'm doing it right. I have so much behind this. If anyone wants to help in that task coming true, you know where to tweet. But no, as I said, it's bigger than any of us, and for this panel to have happened is incredible, and we will celebrate as a community every single place that chooses to host our panel. I will go to as many as I can, whether I'm on the panel or off. I will be there rooting for us front row, because it's incredible that it's happening. I need to, behind the scenes, thank the person at MTN who organised this. I'll do that tomorrow, I think. But other than that, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful that I got the opportunity. I'm grateful that that it actually happened. I'm grateful that I got to share it with people, that we made a good panel together. Do you know what? Not to get too deep about this, but I struggle a lot with my condition. I don't think I can portray that online. I don't think I can ever portray how much I actually struggle with it. Like I'm a bit all over the place at the moment because there's lots of changes going on in my life, and like on Friday I found myself sitting on the kitchen floor in the corner, shaking with my hands on my ears, with snot dribbling out my face, having one of the worst meltdowns I've had in a while. And see, I smile and joke about it, but it's horrible at times. It really is. I do have to live with this weird condition that throws some really strange things at me. However, the strange things can also be good things, and getting to do panels like that, for me personally, makes it all balance out. Like I'm gonna start getting properly emotional about this, so I'm gonna wrap this up quickly. But it makes it all worth it. It makes it all more than worth it. I'll happily go through anything else. Like the stress of getting to Comic-Con, that immediately got eliminated by how well the panel went, and I really am going to go soon. So if you're seeing this ending, it means that I've cut out the other thing I was going to talk about in this video, blabbed on a bit. That means this video is just about Comic-Con, so thank you so much again. I think I said thank you enough. Let me know in the comments if you've seen it. Let me know like where you'd like to see this panel. We need it to be across the world, with representation all over the place. And yeah, our voices are being heard. It's so, I'm one really happy Connor, and I will be uploading the second half of this video tomorrow to talk about one of the things I actually discussed on the panel, so look forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me get to do these things. Thank you for letting me be the voice of some of us. I can't represent us all, but I like to try and do my best job at it, at acknowledging everyone else's viewpoints. So yeah, very happy and very, very grateful. I need to shut up now, don't I? Thank you very much for watching. Bye.